worship you. You know, as on my lunchtime today, I was listening to a tape. Somebody had sent me a little, I guess you call it a thumb drive, of all of the teachings of Kenneth Hagin. And so I thought, man, I'm just going to kind of click it on, listen to it at my lunch. And there was one that really, really stuck out to me. I thought, I'm gonna click this on. It was the Zoe Life of God. And he began to teach something, and he must have been in a school. And I want you to hear this, those of you that are watching, because sometimes when you listen to something, it stirs like a spark of something on the inside of you that builds revelation. And so he was asking the people, he said this question that I'm going to ask you tonight. He said, why did Jesus come? So I'm going to ask you a question. You can give me an answer. So why did Jesus come? You can shout out. I know you're thinking you're in a test, but why did Jesus come?
Zoe Life.
Zoe Life. Huh? To save us. Yeah. All of that. And so people were shouting it out and saying it. And I was thinking even, well, to destroy the works of darkness. Yeah, but the reason he destroyed the works of darkness is so that we could have Zoe life, which is the God kind of life. And so put up John chapter 10. I want you to see this in verse 10. Look at what Jesus said. And this is so important because, think about what COVID tried to do. Tried to take your life, steal your life. And yet it was very opposite. It says the devil comes. That's what COVID did. But to steal, kill, and even destroy. Now notice something. Jesus makes a distinction. And notice what he says. But in other words, I'm opposite. I haven't come to steal from you. I haven't come to kill you. I haven't even come to destroy. I've come that you might have life. That's that Zoe life, the God kind of life. And that you might have it more abundant. So you know the life that God has for you? And it's something that you need to settle, that is absolutely, this is without debate, this is the life that you live, is the life that's more abundant. Now, so I was thinking about that for a minute, and I thought, okay, so then David said these words in Psalm 103. Look at Psalm 103, verse 1. David said, we are not to forget his benefits, which are our benefits. Forget not his benefits. Well, they're not just his benefits, they're our benefits. And so I was thinking about this in context of the God kind of life that we're supposed to live. So Jesus gave his life so that anything that comes to steal, kill, and destroy is illegal. Sickness comes to destroy. COVID comes to destroy, right? Anything that is opposite of that, Jesus paid for it with the God kind of life that we're supposed to live. So I started thinking, okay, so what kind of life do we need to live? Are you ready? The Zoe life. So look at what he says. He said in Psalm 103, verse 1, they'll put that back up very quickly. I want you to see this. It says, bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Okay, now watch the benefits. Here it goes. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, which are your benefits. Here we go, verse 3. Watch this. He forgives us of all iniquities. Marilyn Hickey taught me. She said, Hank, always remember there's a difference between iniquities, trespasses, transgressions, and sins. And the reason iniquities, the curse is passed down through iniquity, he didn't say transgression, is because iniquity is purposeful sin. It's where you're bent on sinning. And then that gets passed down. And the reason it becomes a generational curse is because either you bend towards it, you have a choice. Either you bend towards it or you bend away from it. When you bend away from it, that curse is broken. Has no legal right to flow towards you or in you or your children. Who forgives all our iniquity, who heals, watch this, and Pastor Brenda's going to talk about this, not just some, all your diseases, because we're going to pray for you after she gets done preaching. Go on, now watch this. This is the part that I thought about with Zoe life. What did Jesus come for? He came that you might have life The God kind of life. What kind of life does he want? He wants you to have a God kind of life. And it's not just a low level of it, abundant God kind of life. So I said, okay, so wait a minute. Notice your benefit. He redeemed your life. Now, how are you redeemed? Through the what? Through the blood. So look what Jesus' blood did. He redeemed your life from destruction. So that means tragedies, calamities, sickness, disease, pain, premature death, struggles, mental disorders, fear, anxiety. Those are all things that are coming to destroy you in one fashion or another. You've been redeemed. Why have you been redeemed? Because he came through his blood to give you an abundant life that is free from destruction. Sickness, disease, poverty, struggle, pain. Come on, are you listening? So I want to say that to you because when we worship God, we need to be grateful. And I think one of the things that God is looking for right now is gratitude and thanksgiving. Amen. Well, here's what I want you to do. I want you to be seated for just a moment. We're going to do something a little bit different. I don't mean to be so choppy here, but I just wanted to share that with you before Pastor Brenda preaches, and she's actually going to come and receive the offering in just a moment. But how many of you watched Flashpoint? And those of you that are watching, you watched it last night. I thought it was a great show. Of course, they went a little bit longer last night. And, they were talking about the Roe versus Wade leak. And I plan on doing a live, Facebook Live at some point, Ryan, maybe tomorrow. Is that right? Have we nailed down a time? So probably in the morning, I'm going to do a Facebook Live where I just want to share a few prophecies that God has been saying. But anyway, they shared one prophecy for those of you that are watching that I want you to hear because we really need to be in prayer. And I was talking to Anthony, I don't know where he's at, the game changer. And he said, you know what? It's not just about Roe versus Wade. They're up to something else with this distraction. Now all of these crazy stuff happening in the streets. They're up to some other crazy thing. And it's to steal your liberty and your pursuit of happiness or the hope of your future. And so I want to address some of that tomorrow. And I just feel impressed of God, maybe just to talk to the nation, so to speak. And but I want to encourage you because I really believe that we're in a change of season. And you have to recognize that. And God prophesied it in 2019. And I don't know how much of the clip that they have, but, maybe it's just the same one they showed. But there's a prophecy that the Lord said from March of 2019 to keep an eye on the border between Florida and Alabama, that it would shake, that there would be an earthquake. And God said, when you see this happen, he said, I will not just shake it in the natural, which it happened a year after that prophecy. It was one of the strongest earthquakes they had between the Alabama-Florida border. And God said, I will shake that which concerns children, and I will use Florida and Alabama to do it. Well, think about what's happening in Florida right now. Disney, the governor DeSantis, how he's really standing up in Florida. But Alabama was the one with the heartbeat bill that said, look, we're going to outlaw abortion. And God even had a prophecy in 2017, said, watch Alabama. Alabama will be the state that I will do something with abortion. And when it happens there, it'll go all the way to the Supreme Court. And I'll do it there too, said the Lord. And then it'll come out upon the states. So I want to play this prophecy. And it may not say the part about Alabama and Florida, but I just want you to hear this because I want you to be encouraged. Now, last, I want to say this, and I want to get Brenda up, is one of the things I want to mention is I will not be on Flashpoint next week. It's because we have, my birthday is on Tuesday. I'm not trying to say that to get you to say happy birthday. That's not my motive. Sometimes people wonder, where are you when you're not on Flashpoint or you're not in church or whatever? So I'm letting you know ahead of time. Brenda's already prepared the massage for my feet. She's already prepared the chocolate and the fan. And so I'm going to be sitting up in my room with my massage chair that you bought at my 50th birthday with M&M chocolate M&Ms and one of those portable fans. And so Brenda is making all of this possible for me. I love you. Anyway, so I won't be towards the end.